Hello, my fabulous Taurus. Heather here from the Crystal Vein Tarot, here to do your monthly reading for the month of July. This reading is going to be a general reading, and as a general reading, the messages are not going to resonate for everyone, so be sure to check out your moon and rising sign readings as well. That way you get a complete picture of all the energy around you for the month of July. So for anyone who is new to my channel, welcome. Thank you so much for joining me today. And for anyone who is returning, thank you for returning, and thank you for all of your likes, shares, subscribes, and comments. I really value your feedback and comments, and I am so appreciative of all the positive responses, all the positive feedback and comments that I have been receiving, and all of the support and love that I've been getting on my channel. So thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that, and I'm very humbled and very grateful for all of that, all of the positive energy coming through. So Taurus, for the month of July, let's see what energy is around you. Ooh, okay. So Taurus, you have wonderful energy around you. So you have the Four of Wands, and it is being crossed by the Ten of Cups. This is a beautiful energy, beautiful energy. So this is for the month of July. And the Four of Wands, this indicates you could be celebrating with friends and family. So there could be some kind of an event going on in your life for you or someone that's very close to you. So again, could be a family member, a very close friend. There could be some kind of wedding, birth, some kind of celebration that's going on, a homecoming of sorts, family reunions. So people, you getting together with friends and families and celebrating the successes. And then you have the Ten of Cups here as the energy that's crossing this. And the Ten of Cups, this represents family contentment and total love and support, and just being surrounded by abundance and love, and sharing that with others and the people that you care about in your life. So it's a very, very family-focused energy this month. So I do feel like for many of you, this is going to be in your relationship sector. So relationship sector can be romantic relationships, but it can be any relationships, any bonds that you have with people. So it can be really close friends, family members, children, parents, siblings, aunts, uncles. So anything like that. But there's some celebrations going on, or something to celebrate this month, whether or not it's for you or someone that you're very close to. And there's that feeling of abundance and just being supported, being loved and nurtured, and having everything that you truly is important to you around you. And you have the Seven of Swords in your foundation. So this is the energy that has led to this. And this, being the foundation, it does mean it's past energy, because it's energy that has led to this situation. And Seven of Swords, the words that are often associated with this card are betrayal or dishonesty. And because you do see that this it's, you know, nighttime here, and this person is holding all of these swords and looking over his shoulder, making sure no one's watching or following, and so it looks like he's stealing these swords and sneaking out. So it can also be, it's another word that's associated with this is theft. So this can represent, though, this kind of feeling of betrayal or dishonesty on so many different levels. It can just simply be as simple as not having all the information. And but I feel like you've been guarded, that you've had to guard yourself in some way against something, that whether or not someone around you was I almost feel like someone was maybe perhaps trying to manipulate you in some way, and by either withholding truths, not necessarily even being dishonest with you, outright dishonest, but maybe not holding back some information, or but that you've had to kind of just kind of watch yourself and watch what you were saying, what you were sharing with information you were sharing with others. But this is that past situation, so it's really has kind of cleared out, and I feel like you've overcome this energy, and you've handled it in a very good way, because now you have all this celebratory and abundance energy that that has come of it. So I feel like you've handled it. And how have you handled it? With the King of Swords energy. So beautiful, and a beautiful way of dealing with this. If someone was being a bit shady or dishonest around you, because that King of Swords. Swords energy is mental energy. It's the words you speak, the thoughts you have. It can even be the written word as well. It's your ideas. It represents intellect. So anything that's going on in the mind is that mental energy, how we communicate, how we interact with others. And this, being a king, kings and queens are masters of their suit, masters of the energy of their suit. So this is someone who's very intentional, very strategic, very honest, straightforward, to the point. There's no BS with this person, and he doesn't put up with any BS. And I feel like that is how you've overcome it, is just by being very direct, being very to the point, and upholding the truth, and being just very honest and forward in how you handled this energy around you. And you have Temperance here. And this is in the position of your strengths. And what could be coming in to help you. Now, Temperance is a card of balance, of harmony. It's a card of having patience, having self-control, everything in moderation. It is the card of Sagittarius as well. So there could be a Sagittarius that's coming in, or that plays an important role in your life in all of this. But you see here, this angel, she's floating in. She's holding these two cups here. This one has that red, you can imagine it's like fire or heat energy, and this is like the cold energy. So it's the balancing of these opposite energies. So, and that's the card of Temperance. It's about balancing. It's about, not doing anything in the extreme. But the other thing with this card, because it's in your strengths position, I feel like as you've overcome this energy here and handled it this way, because these are opposite energies, it's just like how a glass blower uses hot and cold in order to make the glass stronger. This can represent your experiences, for better or worse, but things that you have experiences, things that you've overcome, things that you've dealt with, and how you're using that to strengthen yourself and deal with situations in your life and challenges and obstacles. So I really feel like that, because that's your strength, that's how you have, that's how this card is coming in to help you. And there's that diplomacy here, and that you've really used and focused on diplomacy as your method for dealing with this energy, Taurus. And you have the Nine of Swords here. And this is in the position of the near future, what could be developing from the situation. So the Nine of Swords does not look like a pleasant card. This woman is awake. It's in the middle of the night. She can't sleep. You have this face figure looking in the window at her. And this represents all of her anxieties, all of her worries. And so do these swords that are hanging down, ready to fall on her and pierce her. But again, swords energy is that mental energy. So it's what's going on in the mind. So this is about you being kept awake by either overthinking, worrying, or anxieties. And so, and it could be because you're focusing on the unknown, what you don't know, how's the future going to play out, rather than living in that present moment. So that's just something to watch for. It is what could be developing from the situation. So, you have all this positive energy here for the month of July, because this is where you are at the present moment, and this is the energy that's crossing you. So just be mindful of that. Trying to focus on living in the present moment, Taurus, rather than trying to focus on the future and what's unknown and how things are going to play out. Just enjoy the moment. And then you have the Knight of Wands, and this is how you see this position, or see this situation. That's what this position of this card is. The Knights are the doers of the tarot deck. They're the action-oriented cards. They're on the quest. They're on the mission. They're going out seeking adventure, seeking glory, fame and glory. And this is a Wands energy. So it's fire energy, which is the fastest moving energy of the tarot deck. So this knight is the fastest moving knight. He's in and out in a day. So, and this is how you're seeing this situation. So this is how I feel like you're seeing yourself, that you need to be, you're tapping into your creativity. That Wands energy is a creative energy. It's lusty, it's free-spirited, it's guided by passion and inspiration. And so it has that lusty element to it. And again, this is how you're seeing this situation. And I feel like it's because of this here, that there's a lot of, you're passionate about everything going on in your life right now. It's bringing you passion. It's letting you tap into your creativity, and you're realizing that you're tapping into your creativity, and that you're really motivated and inspired right now. And then you have the King of Wands. So King of Wands is the same as the Knight of Wands, but one step up, because again, as I mentioned with the King of Swords, he's a master of his energy. Then the Knight hasn't quite mastered that energy. The King has. Now this is in the position of what's influencing your situation. So this can represent an individual. It can be your energy, Taurus, and how you're influencing things, or it can be someone else around you that's influencing things. But the Wands energy is fire energy, so this could be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, or someone with a lot of that in their chart, so that could be their moon or rising sign as well. So King of Wands, you'll recognize him. He's a bold leader. He has very strong leadership tendencies and qualities. He's very powerful, very charming, very courageous, confident, self-assured. He's got that feisty element. He doesn't think twice. He knows what he wants, and he goes after it, and he goes after it with all of his charm, all of his charisma, and that's how he gets what he wants. And so again, this could be someone else, but because this is how you're seeing the situation, and this is followed by what's influencing the situation, I feel like this is actually you tapping into this side of yourself, Taurus, and that energy. And then you have the Ace of Swords. You have a lot of swords, a lot of fire and air energy here, which is, it's fire and air go well together. So they really fuel each other. So it's nice to see. But the swords energy here, the Ace of Swords, aces always represent new opportunities or new beginnings, a new thing. Because again, this swords is that mental energy. This can represent a new idea, can also represent some kind of a mental clarity. So a truth has been revealed, or you've received some kind of mental clarity. So if you've been struggling with a decision, and you know, you have this Nine of Swords here. So I feel like it's you receiving mental clarity, and by tapping into this energy here, that you are receiving mental clarity, and perhaps that's leading to new ideas coming, you know, that popping into your head in the month of July. So do pay attention to that. Do pay attention to any kind of ideas that come in unexpectedly or just out of the blue this month, because this is also in the position of what needs to be done behind the scenes. So this would be about you like tapping into that idea and running with it, especially with all this fire energy here and it being the King and the Knight. This is you running with this energy. If you have an idea or mental clarity, you run with it and you go with it, because that's what needs to be done behind the scenes. And this is where you're headed. Wonderful. So you have the Magician here. And the Magician, this is about focused creativity. This is about you turning your visions and what you want into reality. This is about inspired action. This is you using all of the resources, all the tools that you have, and tapping into all of your skills, all of your abilities, and realizing you have all the skills and abilities in order to manifest everything that you want, or the things that you want, or the things that you're going after, and doing it in a very successful way. And you creating, pretty much the Magician can create things out of thin air. So this is about you like really turning those dreams or your visions into something that is actually real, physical, tangible, that you can touch, hold, feel. So beautiful, beautiful energy for you. You have a few challenges again with that Nine of Swords, and that Seven of Swords. It's a past energy. It's that foundation. But so that's, I really see that Nine of Swords as the only real obstacle that you're coming up against. And again, just if you do find yourself starting to overthink and worry about things, or again overthink or have anxieties because you're focused on what if, what if, what if. Try not to do that this month, Taurus. Try and focus on everything that you have in front of you instead, and on that present moment, and all this fun and blessings that are here for you, and the celebrations that are here and around you. So I'm going to pull one final card, Archangel Power Tarot card, for any last little bits of wisdom from Spirit and the angels regarding this reading. Sorry if my shuffling looks terrible on camera. These cards are very, very big. Fortunately, they're coated, so they're a bit slippery, which does help with the shuffling, but they're a little bit too big for my hands. Okay, and Taurus, we have the Knight of Michael. Okay, so this is about being strong, committed, intellectual, diligent in how you're moving forward. And again, it's a knight, so it's that action-oriented, that doer, that you know, going out on a mission for fame and glory. So the Knight of Michael tells you that it's time for you to move quickly and to choose logic over emotion, and that you could be experiencing some sudden changes in your life and new directions that you could be going in, but you seize the moment. And again, you have that kind of a seize the moment here with this Knight of Wands as well. But the Knight of Michael does represent, if you were looking at the regular tarot deck, it would be similar energy to that Knight of Swords energy. And that's where that choosing logic over emotion, letting your logic guide you. And it looks like you've been doing that because you have all this Swords energy here, and you've tapped into that King of Swords. And then you have that Ace of Swords. These are ideas coming in. Move quickly on any ideas that come in, or any kind of mental clarity that you receive. It's moving and taking action on that. So Taurus, this concludes your reading for the month of July. Hope you enjoyed this reading. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, and click on the notification bell so you're notified when the next reading is available. Taurus, you have a fantastic July, and take care.